Today, we're diving into a really fascinating story about driver education, but it comes from a place you might not expect, the front lines of emergency response. This is all about one person's mission to build confidence and, well, save lives, not after an accident, but way before one could even happen. All right, let's get into it. So let me ask you this. You've got the license, right? That little plastic card is tucked away in your wallet, but do you actually feel 100% confident behind the wheel in every situation? It's a really simple question, but it's a powerful one. And that gap, the space between being licensed and being truly confident, that's exactly where this story kicks off. And this gap creates something we can call the paper license paradox. Yeah, the piece of paper says you can drive. But for so many people, the reality is a daily struggle with fear or just feeling rusty from a lack of practice. It's that feeling of being totally overwhelmed by modern traffic. There's this quote that just hits the nail on the head. A driving school gets you to the starting line, sure. But the real learning, that happens out there on the road for the rest of your life. Driving is this continuous journey, not just a test you pass one time. And look, that journey can be pretty intimidating. This is what we're calling the confidence gap. It's that fear that just kind of creeps in after years of not being in the driver's seat. It's that real difficulty of just getting back on the road, feeling frozen at a busy intersection or on a fast highway. And the irony is that very lack of confidence can actually make an accident more likely. So, who steps into this confidence gap? Well, the answer comes from someone who has seen the absolute worst-case scenarios up close and personal and decided to build a mission around preventing them from ever happening again. This is the mission statement from the man himself, Duarte Melim, and wow, it's powerful. As a firefighter, he's seen the tragic results of accidents firsthand. So his goal isn't just about teaching you how to park, it's about stopping those accidents from ever happening in the first place. It's a total shift in thinking. And his resume? It's built on decades of some seriously diverse experience. I mean, get this. He started out as a military driving instructor back in his 20s. Then he served for over 20 years as an airport rescue officer. He's got more than 30 years of on-the-road driving and training under his belt. And today, he's a master instructor, certified for every single vehicle category you can think of, A, B, C, D, and E. The whole shebang. But here's the detail that makes his expertise so human and so relatable. He didn't actually pass his own driving test on the first try. And I think that's just perfect. It's a great reminder that even the masters start out with a struggle, and you can bet that experience fuels his passion to help other people get over their own hurdles. So you've got this incredible mission and all this experience, but what's the actual solution? What does he do? Well, it's all about personalized, practical training, the kind designed to build your confidence where it really truly matters most, in your own car, on your own roads. Now, this is not your typical driving school. It's a road mentorship program for people who already have their license. And here is the key. The training happens in your car. That's a huge deal. It gets rid of that awkward feeling of driving a strange car and lets you build skills and confidence in the exact machine you'll be driving every single day. The approach is super flexible, too. On one hand, you can go for the standard mentorship, using packages of sessions to gradually and comfortably build up your skills. But on the other hand, if you want to fast-track that confidence, there's an intensive program called Carta Num Dia, which means license in a day. It's this one-day boot camp with 12 sessions covering morning, afternoon, and even night driving. The whole process is built completely around you. It kicks off with an assessment to figure out exactly what your specific fears or difficulties are. From there, you get a totally personalized plan. Then comes the good part, real-world practice on the roads you need to drive on, maybe your commute or the route to the grocery store. The goal is that by the end, you graduate feeling safer and, most importantly, back in control. But this mission is way bigger than just one-on-one lessons. What Duarte's built is more like a full support ecosystem, with all these resources to help drivers long after their training is done. You can really see his commitment to ongoing education here. He's building out a whole library of ebooks full of practical tips. Things like fuel saving are already available. And he's got crucial safety guides in the works on everything from driving on ice to, yes, how to properly handle those tricky roundabouts. And it doesn't even stop there. He offers formal driving assessments with a written report, road safety training for groups, and he even runs his own safety campaign called New Dawn. It's just a complete, all-in commitment to making our roads safer, one driver at a time. Okay, so for anyone whose interest is piqued by all this, you're probably wondering about the practical details. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of how it all works. First things first, the logistics. All of the in-person, one-on-one mentorship sessions take place on the beautiful island of Madeira in Portugal.
And for anybody thinking about signing up, there is a pretty major incentive for first-timers.
A 50% discount on your very first session or package. To get it, all you have to do is use the coupon code PRIMERAVEZ at checkout. That's PRIMEIRAVEZ. So when you zoom out, what's the big picture here? What's the real takeaway? It goes so far beyond just one service on one island. It's really about a fundamental shift in how we think about driving itself. This personal quote from Duarte really seems to capture the whole spirit of his work. I have fought for everything I have. To me, that's a statement about sheer dedication, about perseverance, and about the core belief that mastery is something you have to earn, not something you're just handed.
And that kind of leaves us with a final question to chew on. This is one instructor's mission to save lives before the accident, but what if that mindset went global? What if every single driver aimed for more than just the license, but for real confidence, for continuous learning, for actual mastery behind the wheel? I mean, just imagine what our roads would look like then.